Architectural design has been a feature since time immemorial, and some of the most ancient structures are over a millennium old. These buildings are a testament to the endurance of architectural skills throughout the ages. Join Viewcation as we identify some of the oldest buildings in the world. Pyramid of Djoser. The Pyramid of Djoser, located in Saqqara, Egypt, was built as the tomb of Djoser, the second king of the third dynasty of the Egyptian Old Kingdom. He reigned for 19 years between 2667 and 2648 BC. It's one of the earliest and most innovative tombs of its kind. The pyramid has a unique design featuring a light Tura limestone wall that's 10.5 meters high, imitating a mud brick structure. A trench dug in the underlying rock, measuring 750 meters long and 40 meters wide, surrounds the wall completely. A passageway entrance with a limestone ceiling leads to the burial chamber, which is built out of 4 courses of well-dressed granite and had one opening sealed by a 3.5-ton block after the burial. The burial chamber has a unique architecture, housing 20 pairs of limestone columns that were built to look like bundles of plant stems, giving an aesthetic appeal. Unfortunately, the tomb was robbed, and no body was ever found. Newgrange. Newgrange is an ancient monument located in County Meath, Ireland, and was constructed around 3200 BC, making it older than the Egyptian pyramids and Stonehenge. The monument contains several human bones and possible grave offerings, which indicate its use as a tomb. The structure is comprised of 547 gray wax slabs that form the inner passage, chambers, and outer curbstones, some of which were transported from a rocky beach approximately 5 kilometers away in County Louth. The entrance and facade were constructed using various types of cobblestones, including white quartz cobblestones from the Wicklow Mountains, gabbro cobbles from the Cooley Mountains, granodiorite cobbles from the Mourne Mountains, and banded siltstone from the shores of Carlingford Lough. The granite used in the structure was also sourced from the Mourne Mountains. A geological analysis revealed that the cairn's thousands of pebbles weighed approximately 200,000 tons and originated from nearby river terraces of the Boyne. The structural slabs show signs of natural weathering, indicating they were not quarried but collected and transported uphill to the site. Knap of Howar. The Knap of Howar is an ancient farmstead located in Scotland and is known to be the oldest preserved stone house in Europe, dating back to 3700 to 2800 BC. The site consists of 2 rectangular buildings built side by side facing the sea. One of the buildings served as a living quarters for the family, while the second was used as a workshop and storage space. The farmstead features stone walls that stand 1.6 meters high and were freestanding during its time of occupation. Instead of raft foundations, the structures were built on the ground. The living quarters and workshop were quite spacious at 10 by 5 meters and were separated by upright slabs. The holes in the slabs suggest that the roof was formed from turf raised above the walls. The stone beds and shelves have been preserved perfectly intact. The Ġgantija Temples. The Ġgantija Temples, situated on the island of Malta, are among the most enigmatic and historically significant archaeological finds. The megalithic temples of Malta, of which Ġgantija Temples are the oldest, are recognized as UNESCO World Heritage Sites. The temples were erected during the period of 3600 to 3200 BCE, making them nearly 5,000 years old. The temples are so named because the site is often associated with a race of giants, the word Gjant meaning giant in Maltese. Although the purpose of the temples remains shrouded in mystery, there is evidence of ritual animal sacrifices. Animal remains were discovered near the stone hearths located within the temples, providing clues to the activities that took place at the site. The temples are constructed from massive stone blocks, some weighing over 50 tons. The method of their construction is a mystery that continues to confound modern architects and engineers. It's not entirely clear how the Maltese people transported such enormous blocks of stone to the site and then erected them with such precision. Despite the many questions that remain about the temples, they remain one of the most important archaeological sites in Malta and are a testament to the impressive skills of people who constructed them over 5,000 years ago. Uruk. Uruk is one of the world's oldest and most fascinating structures. The city is not just one building, but an ancient metropolis that's believed to be the first city ever created. It was home to around 40,000 residents when it was built in 4000 BCE, and archaeologists have discovered a vast array of buildings within the city, including temples, halls, and other structures for basic needs. In total, researchers have identified 20 temples, 1 room, 2 normal halls, 1 great hall, and 4 buildings dedicated to bathing and other necessities. The primary purpose of Uruk was much like modern cities, providing residents with everything they needed to live, work, and socialize. Temples were used for religious ceremonies and housing, while halls were used for dining and city meetings. Some buildings were designated for bathing, worship, and agricultural work. The city was vast, spanning 2.1 square miles, and was a hub for trade, commerce, and industry. It was a turning point in the history of civilization as it demonstrated the feasibility of large-scale urbanization. Tumulus of Bougon. Located in France, the Tumulus of Bougon is a prehistoric burial site that consists of 5 different tumulus structures. Tumulus structures were built by placing earth or stone over graves in order to raise them. Burial mounds were created to honor the deceased, with the size of the mound often reflecting the importance of the person. In addition, building up and around was easier than digging down through rock, stone, roots, and clay. The Tumulus of Bougon, one of the earliest forms of funerary architecture in the world, was utilized as a burial place to commemorate the departed ones from neighboring towns. Each tumulus in the Tumulus of Bougon complex is of varying size and was used for burial during different periods of time. Artifacts found during archaeological research at the site include pottery, stone tools, beads, and art. Construction took place over a period of 1,200 years, from 4700 to 3500 BCE, with dry stone walling used to construct the 5 parts of the complex. Interestingly, a beehive roof structure was also created using natural resources like grass and stone. As the 3rd oldest building in the world, the Tumulus of Bougon provides valuable insight into prehistoric burial practices and architectural techniques. The Cairn of Barnenez. The Cairn of Barnenez is a prehistoric megalithic monument located in Brittany, France. It's considered to be one of the earliest of its kind in Europe and dates back to the Neolithic period. Today, the cairn is over 72 meters long, 25 meters wide, and stands over 8 meters high. It was built in 2 phases, with the first taking place between 4850 and 4250 BC, and the second between 4450 and 4000 BC. The cairn was constructed using 13,000 to 14,000 tons of stone, mainly granite and slate. It contains 11 chambers accessible through separate passages, and originally all the chambers were enclosed by the mound. The monument also features 9 narrow dry stone walls that lead to corbelled chambers. The cairn is a massive construction, with each cubic meter containing around 1,500 kilograms of stone. The first phase of the cairn, called Cairn 1, required approximately 1,000 tons of granite and 3,000 tons of dolerite, and had a volume of about 2,000 cubic meters. The construction would have required 15,000 to 20,000 working days, or 200 workers in 3 months, assuming a 10-hour day, to build Cairn 1 alone. Over time, modern quarrying has caused several of the chambers to become partially exposed. Despite this, it remains an impressive feat of ancient architecture and engineering. Göbekli Tepe. Göbekli Tepe, located in southeastern Turkey, is an incredibly important archaeological site that dates back to 9500 to 8000 BCE. Carbon dating of old tools found during excavations was used to determine the age of this ancient temple. It's the oldest structure on Earth that has been discovered to date and is even older than both the Egyptian pyramids and Stonehenge. The temple at Göbekli Tepe consists of large circular structures supported by stone pillars. They're adorned with intricate carvings and drawings of various animals like oxen, lions, scorpions, and vultures. These carvings provide an invaluable glimpse into the life of the civilization that built the temple. Over time, archaeologists have concluded the area where it's situated was once a paradise of sorts, full of grazing animals, birds, butterflies, and abundant life. Before it was farmed into a relatively flat and open area, the land would have been teeming with diverse flora and fauna. Now it's time to hear from you. Which of these sites was your favorite? Let us know in the comments section below.